Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we've got 3 legendary champions getting buffed in the coming patch. I've got to say, this feels like it could be a pretty juicy set of buffs. So we're going to go through them one by one. Let me know in comments down below, what do you think? Is this what these champions needed or not? So let's start then with the first one up. Killian the Lucky. Am I going to be lucky and find him first time? Let's go there. Oh, I always get it wrong. Killian the Lucky is a banner lord with a shiny, pointy nose. Basically came out as a fusion champion some time ago. I've always said, like, he is a good faction war champion, but outside of that, it doesn't really get a look in. His skill set is all about control at the moment. He's got a decreased speed A1. He's got a block active skills A2. Books up to 100% chance to land. Also got a chance of a 50-50 of placing it for 1 turn on all other enemies, just like a random, am I lucky or not? Hello, am I lucky? And then the A3 at the moment has got a stun chance as well, with some turn meter steal. So for faction wars, all of that stuff is good. And he's got this passive here where he just kind of throws out random buffs. So what are they doing to him then? Killian the Lucky, Inflict Misfortune is changing from a 4 to 5 turn. So it's actually going up 1 turn. The buff is they've increased it by a turn. No, they've increased it by a turn, but they've changed the skill as well. So they've changed it to, instead of attacks 1 enemy, straight up attacks all enemies. Attacks all enemies, and then has got this 85 books to 100% chance of putting out block active skills for 2 turns. So the block active skills is going on for 2, but it's hitting all the enemy team. That's a massive, massive buff. A guaranteed lockout of the full enemy wave is a massive buff for Killian here. That's actually huge. Headringer. Currently got the attacks 1 enemy. This is going to change to 75% chance of placing a stun for 2 turns and stealing 50% of the target's turn meter. Resets the skill down of this, the cooldown of this skill if they kill someone. So it's pretty similar to what it is already, but it's basically guaranteeing you a 2-turn stun on a target and a 50% turn meter steal, taking away a bit of the RNG. I like it. I like it. It's a good change as well. And let's have a look then. The passive as well. So passive changing from places 1 of these buffs to places 2, and they're adding in increased accuracy as well. That is a good change. Killian is getting buffed. That's a good change. I really like the change on the A2. Let me know down below. Is it what he needs? This feels like he could become arena meta. Not like end game, you know, flat level type of stuff. But if you've got him sitting in the vault, blocking out a full enemy's skills is a huge ability, especially for 2 turns. They're forced to A1 for 2 straight turns after that. It's actually pretty massive. He still doesn't push him into a lot of other content. Maybe now Doom Tower waves, he'll become way stronger. This goes on a higher cooldown though. But Doom Tower waves, still faction wars, he'll be even better than he is. And then I think arena, he will start to come in. Interesting to see what sort of damage this does on an AoE as well. There you go. Killian gets buffed. That's good. Second one is another past fusion. Do we get this guy first time? Got to be in here, surely. The sausage. Vergumkaar. The sausage dog. Cool skin, this one. I love this one. So, Vergumkaar definitely needed a buff, right? He's out there at the moment as an okay champion. Got a stun here. Low chance to do it, honestly. He's got this removes all provokes and a random debuff. So it's almost like I'll cleanse 1 layer of debuff from allies and I'll cleanse all provokes. Then gives you increased defense. AoE hit removes 1 random buff from the enemy, just 1. A chance to remove 2 random buffs. It actually is a 75% chance. And then places heal reduction on the enemy. There's just people that do this skill better. This is not a bad skill, actually, but there's just people that do this skill better. Yeah. And then a passive as well, immune to provoke. So we all thought immune to provoke, plus he can cleanse provokes off. Maybe there'll be content where you absolutely needed this kind of like anti-provoke thing. there's waves in Doom Tower where this would be handy, but it's not really a massive thing. So let's see what they're doing then. Honored Ancient is the first one. So it's still here. The A2, they're changing. So it's still going to be removal provokes and a random debuff from allies. Then it's places increased defense for 2 turns, just straight up on all allies. So it's not based on did they have debuffs removed. Just straight up, it's an increased defense and still give you shield. I guess that's better. It's more guaranteed increased defense. I still feel like this should just be a straight up removes all debuffs from all allies. Just like a straight cleanse. I feel like that would be better. But still, it's an improvement. It's not a crazy one. So crushing trample here, they're going to change. All of the first part stays the same. So it's when we get here. So it's going to change from places 100% heal reduction and does this decreased defense. It's basically going to be 75% chance against all enemies of placing heal reduction and drop defense, but can book up to 100% chance. So he's going to be an AoE drop defense and heal reduction champion. Again, not a bad change, actually. Not a bad change. All of this damage is going to be grouped into level 2, and then the level 3 and 4 are going to get you to the 100% chance of placing these debuffs. It's a massive improvement. 100% decreased defense, irrelevant of what's going on with enemy buffs, is a massive improvement to this champion. Makes him way more viable. Okay, that's a good change as well, I think. A couple of changes there for the sausage, and I think that's going to be better. And then, you wouldn't believe who's on the list again. Teela's back. She's like that. Put me in again. I haven't been buffed enough times. Buff me again. So Teela takes buff. I think this has got to be at least buff number 3, but it might be number 4. So, Teela, why is she one of the worst legendaries in the game? Because she doesn't fit in any content is the reason. Attacks an enemy, steals a random buff from a target. Also chance of stealing another buff. She's got this HP burn, single target hits, putting continuous heals on your friends. And she's got an AoE leech and heal reduction on the A3 with resistance in all battles, weak source on the aura. So what's going on with Teela? Higher strike. Please say this is going AoE. Please, Teela, give us AoE. They are. Teela's got AoE HP burn at last. At last, raid. Hallelujah. Give us an hallelujah. We've done it. We've finally realised that this needs to be an AoE skill. So we've got AoE, HP burn, and we're still doing the continuous heals. Wow. That's good. That's good. So it's going to be a 75% chance to land it. And then the final 2 books, not the first 2, the final 2 are going to book it up to 100% chance. But we got ourselves another 100% AoE champion. That's big. Big on a 3 turn. That's big, actually. So she needed it. She needed this love. And then the A3, what they're doing to the A3, it's going to change this back part here. So it's going to be attacks all enemies. 85% chance of increasing the duration of all HP burn debuffs on enemies by a turn. And then an 85% chance of placing leech and hex for 2 turns. So it's now going to be increasing HP burn as well as placing leech and hex. Heal reduction's gone. I think that's a great change as well. Another hex champion who's actually got some kit that's worth having whilst still bringing your AoE leech. Damn, I feel like Teela's got buffed. They are 3 decent buffs. Do you think? I think they've done a good job. There you go, guys. 3 buffs coming in the next patch. I would imagine next patch is probably next week. But we don't know any definite dates. I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you later.